Robert, how would you like to go on an adventure of breweries?
I would love to go on an adventure of breweries.
What if I told you that it was possible for you to visit up to 48 different breweries in this fine state of Wisconsin, along with some other breweries in other states such as Minnesota, Colorado, Arizona, Florida, Michigan? How would you feel about that?
If that's true, my jaw is dropped.
Dropped to the floor because, well, I mean, I should say pick it up because it's a possibility. It's a thing.
I don't want that beer to fall out.
You can travel through all your nice local statewide breweries with
you
a
gotta tell me, yeah.
passport. Hoppassport.com. All you have to do is go there and pick out your state. It's not available in every state, but it's available in a good amount of states. Everything they do at Hop Passport, they want to enrich people's lives. So they do that by helping people build relationships, supporting local business, and making memories that are worth repeating.
Oh, so I get it. So it's Hop Passport. It's like a passport for your hop drinking or tasting prowess. Is that right?
Yeah. So how it works, Rob, once you purchase your Hop Passport, the next step is to go out and get the stamps. And here are the steps to get the most out of your Hop Passport. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go to a featured brewery or tap room in your Hop Passport. You turn on the brewery's page in the passport. You give it to the bartender. The bartender says, "Hot damn, you got a Hop Passport. You're my favorite customer." The bartender will then stamp it and mark it as redeemed. And then you will then receive your special beer pricing. Depending on the state, it will either be 2 for 1 or your first 2 beers are 50% off, which is essentially a 2 for 1. Either way, if a beer is $6, you're going to get 2 beers for $6. And you can take a picture with your stamp page and post it on social media using hashtag Hop Passport. And you get a nice little retweet, a little like on that. And you can build relationships. You can bring your friends. It's a good gift for your beer enthusiasts. There's a lot of good things to do with the Hop Passport. And I'm going to give you an even sweeter deal, Rob. Are you ready for this?
I want to hear it.
The jaw is still on the floor.
I can't
Pick it back up, son, because you're going to save $5 motherfucking dollars by using promo code Dudes with Brews at checkout. Once you visit hoppassport.com, pick up your passport for your state or your merch. If you want to just share it, you can just share it. Use promo code Dudes with Brews at checkout. Save $5.
So I can drink, go on an adventure, get 2 for 1, and save money?
With promo code Dudes with Brews at checkout once you buy your Hop Passport or merchandise at Hop Passport.
That sounds like a delicious trip.
Dude. Craft Brews and Casual Conversations. My guest this week is the one and only, the best in the biz. The guy who wears the MeUndies hat almost every time I see him. Even though they're not a sponsor, he still rocks it because he likes it. They're comfortable.
Yes.
His name's Rob. We are going to be drinking a very special porter. This is Dudes with Brews on a Porch.
Yeah, man, it's time to dive into another great beverage. It's Dudes with Brews on a Porch. Gonna check in with my friend Drew for this week's episode. Who's he gonna talk to? What are they gonna talk about? And what are they gonna drink? What are you waiting for? Get your ass off the lawn and come on to the porch. It's Dudes with Brews.
Hello, Robert.
Well, I guess we don't need to pause for the intro. I had it in my head as Dudes with Brews. Yeah!
I wish I could get a thing like that. If someone wanted to create that for me, I would gladly accept it.
We need an 80s cock rock scream.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
Like
nice.
that?
Yeah.
Could I be in like an 80s cover band?
You're getting there.
Rob, are you ready for what we're going to be drinking? I'm excited about it. I'm excited to talk about it. We're going to be drinking some Harpoon Brewery, and this is the very special that I didn't think we could get, the Dunkin Coffee Porter. That's right. The sweetest donut shop down the block. Dunkin' Donuts, they teamed up with Harpoon Brewery.
Literally down the block.
They are moments away from where we are sitting. We could definitely go there right now. They have.
Can we bring this beer in there? Dunk some donuts in our Dunkin' Donut beer?
You know, I think they should let us do that. I would, that's only fair, right?
It's Wisconsin.
6% of the ABVs, 28% of the IBUs. It's a porter. It's a coffee porter, of course, because Dunkin's, they've counted on Dunkin to jumpstart their brew days from the beginning. Now, they are just oozing with enthusiasm, with excitement to be able to cap our nights with this rich, roasty porter brewed with a little help from our friends at Dunkin, baby.
Did you get mine without sprinkles?
Without sprinkles? They all have sprinkles.
Oh.
They're all very special.
Well, I guess
Sprinkles,
I'll
like
deal with it.
like the cat in the freezer in the office. Sprinkles.
Oh, I thought you meant the cat that you have in your freezer.
His name is Spot.
Ah.
I'm going to tell you, Rob. First sniff, smells like a porter.
It does.
First glance, looks like a porter.
It does.
First taste, God damn it, that's a porter.
It's a porter.
Happy 2019, my friend.
Happy 2019. We all made it.
We made it 3 days into the year. How do you feel?
Feel good. I already burned a vacation day at work, and I got one holiday day, so I've worked 1 day this year.
Excellent.
Yes. That's how I roll.
I have worked 2 days this year. So I'm one up on you.
So that makes me one up on you, I think.
Correct.
Yes.
How many vacation days you get?
3 weeks.
Me too.
I'm working on my 4th. 2 more years.
All right. Well, that's not bad.
Year and a half.
I've only been... I don't know when I would get my additional one. That's like 5 years, right?
10.
For 4, yeah, I'll explain how my vacation works for you.
Oh, you get we got Big Drew over here. Big man Drew. He's one step up on the company ladder from me. Clearly, he gets a different, he could just call in and get paid no matter what, but they also can call him in and go, hey, we need you to work a different shift tomorrow.
Yeah.
So forget about sleep.
I already forget about sleep all the time.
So do
but
I.
so far, first taste with this beer, it tastes like a porter, baby.
I'm not getting a very Dunkin-y feel off.
I'm going to
this
be
beer.
honest. I'm not really the biggest fan of the Dunkin' coffee.
Me neither.
It tastes different. It doesn't taste like. They have a unique taste, I should say.
I'm not a fan of their donuts either. To tell you the truth.
Their donuts really aren't anything special.
I really think they make more of their money off the cost, and they're dropping donuts from their name, and it's now going to be just Dunkin'.
Is it kind of like when IHOP changed it to IBOP? Or when IHOB, the International House of Burgers, but that was like a joke.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, they're just changing it to Dunkin'. Even just said Dunkin'. It didn't say Dunkin' Donuts on the bottle. Just straight up Dunkin'.
Yeah, yeah.
Dunkin'.
Someday it'll just be Deakin.
I'm really not getting a coffee taste.
No,
we're gonna be critical. 2019, we're turning over a new leaf.
No more of this easy going.
I'm not gonna pussyfoot around anymore, Robert.
99% of the beers I drink it last year. I think it's time to get a little bit harsher.
I think we did do one dump it.
I had a dump it. I maybe had 2 dump it's.
Okay, all right.
I always try and say, hey, there's a situation where you might not dump it, but for your everyday drinking, that pickle beer was
right.
My hat's off to super listener Chad, because I thank him for introducing me to that. I didn't like it, but I like the experience.
Maybe
that's why I want to get my hop passport, so I can get those experiences wherever I go, 2-for-1s, and I want to travel. I want my tongue to travel.
Oh, okay. It could be my fault.
Okay, yeah. I now, post haste, I'm realizing what that might sound like out of context. I'm still okay with it.
It might be my fault that we're not getting the coffee taste because it sat in the fridge for quite some time. But all of our other porters that we drank, we usually get a coffee taste to it.
Well, even if that's the case,
that's what its intended purpose is.
Even if that's the case, I'm still gonna say thumbs down to you, Duncan, because not everybody's gonna drink it right away. So it's still on them.
Yeah, I do. As much as I don't really enjoy their coffee, I do drink it a lot.
Really?
Convenience.
Well, how is it convenient to get Dunkin' coffee?
A minute for the caffeine, and it's cheap.
A minute for the caffeine.
I'm in it for the caffeine.
Oh, you're in it for the caffeine.
Yeah. So
have you had they have those those coffee or those caffeine chocolates at work?
Huh?
Oh, you guys don't have those by you?
No.
It's like
we don't have any. We get like we have a vending machine. We have 3 vending machines. One is like your average chip vending machine. One is a soda vending machine, and one is a refrigerated vending machine,
like sandwiches and shit.
That half the time is not on. It turns off and then turns on, and it's definitely eat at your own risk.
Yeah, that sucks. That's how I remember when all the plants were like that. But we have these things now. They're just these. They're like the size of a 50-cent piece, and they're caramel chocolates, but they've got the caffeine. They've got the equivalent of a cup of coffee or something.
The one thing that I really have noticed throughout my coffee drinking life is I suck at making coffee. I can't do the proper spoonful of grounds to water ratio. I just cannot perfect it. It's either like too weak or it's just disgustingly.
You're overthinking it. That's why.
It could be. It could be.
Because I used to do the same thing. I worked at a coffee shop, and still to the I still
you did, yeah.
I would get to this point where at
also down the street
at work I would go. Not when I worked at the coffee shop where I work now. I would always like be very self-conscious about making the coffee because I didn't want to make it wrong. Now I just go, I don't know. You know what? If they want to say something, I'm gonna go. That's how I drink my coffee, bitch.
No, but like, I made coffee last night, and like first sip, I was like, "Holy shit, this is awful!" Like
strong.
It was just gross. It was not enjoyable. But
well, you can't go by the a tablespoon per cup up to 12 cups because it's like if you're only gonna make, I forget what it is, whatever it says on the I'm pretty sure it's like a tablespoon per cup. But then once you get up to half a pot, then it's the ratio goes down. So it's like a third of a cup for a half.
Maybe
pot.
That's my problem.
Yeah, you can. If you put 12 tablespoons in, I'm pretty sure that works out to be too strong. I'm not 100% on that. If you got problems with it, write to Drew. Don't write to me.
Yeah, dudes on a porch at gmail.com. You can get your.
Yeah, let's teach Drew how to make coffee.
So one thing that I wanted to do in 2018, Rob, so this is the New Year's episode. We're a little late into it. You know, we didn't launch it right away, like some extravagant thing, because honestly, New Year's is overplayed in my opinion to a lot of
yeah. You know what I did?
I didn't do anything.
I slept from 5 p.m. till 5 a.m. and
That's awesome.
I loved it.
I went to sleep at like 9 o'clock, but then I had to get up at midnight to go pick my brother up from where he was at.
So you weren't even here at midnight to kiss your lady?
Yeah, I was here.
Okay, good.
I got up at midnight.
I was going to say, otherwise there's a divorce in your future. And I'm just saying, if you don't kiss your lady at midnight, for all you listeners, wherever she is, you better find her. If she works, go to her work.
And smooch her.
Put in that effort.
Or smooch him.
Yeah, or him. No
discrimination here.
No discrimination.
We love everyone.
And the only way I judge is if you didn't kiss your significant other at all.
But one of my goals, Rob, was that, every time I've made a pancake my entire life, I have 100% fucked it up.
So you're just not good at breakfast stuff, huh?
Not good at. I can make a mean omelet, that's for sure. Real good. And but the other, so it was.
If you could have seen his face when he said that, he was serious. You don't fuck with Drew's omelet making skills, apparently.
Right. It was on Sunday, so it would have been the 30th, the day almost to the end of the year. I made pancakes, and I did not screw up a single one.
Not even the first one?
Not even the first one.
Do you make it in a pan or on a griddle?
I made it on the flat panned griddle that you put over the stove.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
And I, dude, I did it.
Props.
And I was excited about it.
I make waffles. I'm a waffle maker.
I like waffles
and
too.
I got a waffle maker for Christmas. Mm-hmm. One of the flip ones.
Yeah.
And I made waffles on, I think it was the day after New Year's or New Year's Eve. I went over to my parents' house and made waffles, and I put cinnamon and brown sugar, and I put the syrup in the batter, so the syrup is they're good. I can make a waffle, man.
So that was one thing on 2018's list. I got to check it right before the end 2018.
So your New Year's resolution for from 2017 to 2018 was
all of 2018
make a good pancake. And
make a pancake,
and you waited till the 30th of December to do it right.
Yes,
I gotta give you a fist bump.
The last time I attempted to make pancakes, it did not go well.
Most people can't even remember what their resolution was on December 30th.
Which brings me to our main topic of the day, Robert. I'm glad you said that. Is 2019. We're 3 days in. How do you feel about resolutions?
I'm up in, I don't make concrete resolutions normally. I make more of a I don't know. I guess I'm the jury's out for me on resolutions because like I'll make them here and there or whatever, but it's not something that I hold myself to like a super high regard. It's more of like I'm gonna try, like, instead of being like, here's a task that I can check off my list, like make a great pancake. It'll be something like, I
diminish my success here.
Oh no, that's great.
Kidding.
It's just I just go, I'm gonna try and do this more or do this less.
Sure.
So it's not something it's not something that you can really like check off, but it's just like, okay, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on cooking more and eating out less. Or
that's a good one. I think resolutions oftentimes are like people's dreams. You'll never reach it.
Well, it's a bleak outlook, but I'm not going to disagree.
Do you have any resolutions for the year 2019?
I actually, I was just I just had therapy today.
Okay.
And I was talking
How was that?
to it was good, but me and my therapist were talking, and she asked me.
She's a big fan of the program?
I am.
She is.
Oh, of this? Yeah, she is. She listens. She's going to go back and listen to the Christmas episode, I think.
And she's going to... Why?
Because I mentioned that I gave my meaning of Christmas on there.
Huh.
But I don't think
I feel like
she doesn't listen religiously, I
feel like she... If I were to like go for a session, she would know so much about me already before it even seeing my face. And that makes me nervous.
Why? That's the whole point of a therapist, is so you can trust them with who you are.
But she
can't go in there and go.
She's got some diagnosis before even listening to the rest of the things I have to say.
No, only about your accent.
My accent, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have an accent? Did she say you have an accent?
She didn't, but I know I do.
How does she know? Is she from Wisconsin originally?
She is.
How much do you know about this lady?
Her diploma's fake.
For real?
No. Oh. No. I know a little bit about her schooling background, sort of. Like, just she's in the process. Like, she's what's the highest? A master's?
No.
Doctorate?
Yeah, PhD, doctorate.
So the master's
is the same thing, or
the master's. No,
bachelor's, associates, bachelor's, master's, PhD.
Okay, well, she's got her master's then.
Okay.
And then, but I think she was gonna get her doctorate, but no, wait, are you sure?
Positive.
Because she's a doctor, so she's got her doctorate.
So she got her PhD.
Maybe she was gonna get her master's. I don't know. She was gonna get her master's in something else, or her doctorate in something else, and she was like, "Oh, I just stopped at. I'm gonna stop at my master's for that."
Oh, okay. No.
But that was like 2 years ago. Because when I went in there originally, she gave me the whole like spiel. I went to her for 4 months or something, and then I stopped for 6 months or 8 months, and then I started again. I've been going consistently for about a year. But either way, so like, don't worry, we won't be able to hear all those bags rustling and all that noise you just made.
Did you go to Pick and Save? Yeah. They're expensive.
Expensive. Kroger's getting a bad shout out.
Yeah.
Why don't you sponsor the podcast, Kroger's?
Give me that discount, Kroger.
Yeah, otherwise we're just going to keep talking about how expensive your shit is and how bad your donuts are.
Huh?
I got the note you.
Okay. Thank you. We the other day we went to go clean our oven and we put it on the clean setting.
Yeah.
And it was running for about 10 minutes and I looked down and it was on fire.
Probably needed to be cleaned then.
Yeah.
I can say I've cleaned a few ovens recently.
It's not fun.
Just let it sit for a full day. Just put that.
So inconsiderate.
Put that cleaner. So yeah, I know, right? I can't even hear myself think right now. You put the cleaner on there, let it sit for a day, and then spray more on it, and everything will just like.
That's what the directions say.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I figured that shit out. I guess I just.
Anyways,
So anyway, I was talking to her, and she was like, we were talking about some injustice type stuff, and whether or not intention matters. If you, like, if your intention matters, and I was just like, so I was just kind of saying that like your intention matters on a small scale, but on a large scale it doesn't if it doesn't do anything. But she was like, none of this matters. You can edit all this out. Huh?
I'm gonna get her on here.
Yeah, you should. I'll ask her.
That'd be weird.
No, wouldn't it be awesome? I don't know if you know, but so she was like, I was talking to somebody else, and they, she got her kid like a book or How to Live Your Life Like You Give a Fuck.
Okay.
And so she asked me, "Do you live your life like you give a fuck?" And I was like, "No, I probably don't." So that's my New Year's resolution, is to start
giving a fuck,
to live life like I give a fuck. So like I don't know what that means, and there's nothing I can check off at the end of the year like and say I did, but I can at least say like, okay, the things I want to try, I'm gonna actually try.
That means like like give a fuck or try to somehow, even if there's no passion behind something, find passion in it.
Well, I would say that I like, when I go to work, I work hard, and I care about my reputation at work being good. And
I gotta tell you, it's not good. I'm just kidding.
It is good.
I've never heard anything about you at work.
That's because you're in that shitty plant way off to the side that nobody talks about because it sucks.
Oh. Okay.
Except for third shift. I hear they have a great supervisor who's really cool.
Yeah.
But his employees walk all over.
Thank you.
No, but yeah, so it's just, I mean, I would say I care about doing good in the things that I do, but I don't know if I really care about the things that I like. I don't think that what I do matters.
Sure.
Like, okay, like even playing video games or something, right? Like, obviously, I don't want to suck at the games that I play, but it doesn't matter in the long run if I'm good at them.
Right.
So I want to find something that it matters in the long run.
It's a good one to have. Anything else?
Smoking. I'm gonna stop smoking.
Are you just gonna do a cold turkey? Or wean yourself off?
I'm kind of in the process of weaning myself down right now, just a little bit, but I'm not gonna like do that for a long period of time. Is that getting picked up?
Probably.
Should we mic it? Should we mic the chip bag?
No. What is that?
King crab dip and it's Cajun crab dip and smoked salmon dip.
Oh.
Wow. That's like some caviar-ish.
Expensive.
Yeah. How much?
Spent a whole paycheck on that.
Are you starting to...
60.
Somebody's charging for... Are you charging for this podcast now?
No.
Over here, yeah. This podcast
really
is getting you the good things in life.
That's good.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm...
not mad. I'm just saying.
It's the food of my homeland.
That's a thing from...
There's a callback. A great callback.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, so smoking, you want to quit smoking, and you're going to try to wean yourself off.
And then the other big thing is I need to... This is something that is a resolution of mine for almost every year for the last 4 years, is to organize my... Like, to be organized and use a calendar, or like... Because I journal or I write a lot, but I just pick up any random notebook or piece of paper and then write whatever I'm thinking. And then...
Don't eat that yet.
Okay.
We're trying a snack.
Yeah, we're going to try a little
Snack
snacky. But yeah, so it's...
I'm good.
This is different.
Oh, jeez.
So to be organized with my writing and stuff, which I have a laptop now, so this year might be different. So can I try this yet or what? Oh, wait till you can talk. I see. We can't have dead air. Because
right.
Drew doesn't want to do the work to edit things out. I see.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I take the work to edit things out. So I think those are really good resolutions. Mine are
good.
My resolutions for 2019, because I'm making them. I want to I want to find self-worth in myself. And I want to somehow find a meaning in what I do professionally. And not take every shift as if it's just another shift. Make it,
Shift, like, what do you mean?
work.
Oh, just straight up. Okay. I thought you meant, okay.
And, I want to feel better about myself and, lose weight.
Love your wife more.
I can't love my wife anymore.
That's a great answer.
I've reached optimal love.
I was trying to feed him a brownie point suggestion, and he came back with a bigger brownie point answer.
I don't know. Like I think most people like approach resolutions. Yeah, like it's like it's a big to do at first, and then they do it for a week or so, and then they're back to their old habits. I definitely want to lose the weight I gained because I gained a significant amount of weight in a very short period of time, and I don't like it. I'm very mad at myself for allowing myself to get to that point.
It doesn't show.
Well, thank you.
To me, at least. I mean, but
yeah.
I'm sure. Like for you, you're self-critical, so it's like. But that search for self-worth is something that I deal with on a. I don't even put that on the resolution list because it's something that I'm always dealing with. So
yeah, for sure. And I think I probably won't find it by the end of the year. I'll probably still be very self-loathing and self-deprecating. But you never know.
I don't understand. Like what? So what? I just need to ask. Just let's get a jump on this.
Okay.
Why do you think? Like, why do you? Do you have do you feel like you have value? What are you? What value?
Do I feel like I have value?
Yeah, like what value do you bring to the world around you?
Not much.
Bullshit. Dig deep. You've got a family. You've got a podcast. You've got fans, rabid fans and listeners that are devoted to the Church of Drew and the Church of Brew.
That was a good one.
Not to mention, I know that your employees respect you and they're...
I don't know about that.
Well, either their morale, I guarantee you that the morale in your plant is better than in, say, plant 15 because they all, or on any first shift because their supervisors are dicks and strict about rules that don't actually have any real meaning. It's just rules for rules' sake.
Yeah.
And, I mean, right there, you make anybody who works on your shift below you make their life better because you spend a third of your life at work. That's value.
That's unfortunate. It's a long amount of time.
It's a little bit less than a third of your life because we don't work 7 days a week, but you know what I mean. Right?
Well, okay.
But I'm not supposed to be coming up with these for you. You need to feel these about yourself. I'll
try.
So what value do you bring to your family?
I pay the bills.
Okay, that's one.
I clean a lot.
That's two.
But some would say that, some would suggest that that's a fault.
Are you one of those people that get annoyed by people who clean?
OCD clean, yeah.
She said OCD clean, yeah. My ex-girlfriend was the same way. She hated it when I would clean because I would clean excessively. What does it bother? Why does it bother you?
It just gives me anxiety.
It gives her anxiety, she says.
For me to clean, it gives her anxiety. Okay.
So it's not because Drew could be hanging out with you, but he feels like he should.
She doesn't like hanging out with me.
You don't think that he's cleaning over hanging out with you?
No, it's just it gives me anxiety. I don't know why.
Do you sit there and go, I should be cleaning because Drew's cleaning?
No.
She said no. Okay, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to open any wounds here.
No, I get obsessive about the cleaning.
So you like move things and take things because you like empty your bookshelf and reorganize.
I've done that before.
Because like I'll do that
I need to do it again.
Once a month.
It's getting pretty bad.
Yeah, like.
No, it's because she gets anxiety because I bitch about it while I'm doing it, and I say how I'm the only one that does it, and I make her feel inferior because I say those things that I compulsively say out of frustration, which I need to work on. Is that a good answer?
Well, yeah, that's...
Even though I don't necessarily mean to come off like that, and...
Do you say that in the moment? You go, I don't actually mean this, I'm just saying it to make it easier on myself.
But I
or
don't.
whatever. This motivates me to get it done.
Correct. I should say that, but I don't.
No, yeah.
Another thing to add to the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Write that down.
Write it down.
And
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, paying the bills or cleaning. How about existentially or emotionally or
God.
What do you give? What value do you
I don't know,
or
man.
as a teacher, as
I look at life.
as a guider?
I look at life in a very negative, cynically fashion because honestly, none of anything I'm doing right now matters in the grand scheme of things. Life does not matter.
None of what any of us do. I just talked like this is what I was talking about with my therapist. Is that it's like, we got on the subject of recycling, right? Because somebody in her earlier session said when he used to recycle obsessively, and then he found out that
that's one thing I don't do.
Whether this is true or not, I don't know, but that when you recycle things, we were just sending it to China, and now they're not taking it anymore. And so it's like, okay, if your intention was to recycle, but then you find out that the recycling plant is just it's a hollow box on top of a dump that gets on top of a yeah. And so it's and I had heard a while back, like 5 or 6 years ago, that if you don't wash everything, take the labels off, then it doesn't actually get recycled. It just gets tossed anyway. So,
really?
So it's like there is a point where your intention may be good, does nothing.
Right.
It maybe creates jobs for people, a couple, or whatever. But
that's good. But that's just one thing that's just this is
just
how I look at it.
Yeah,
this is how I look
at
things. I don't honestly I don't know what my purpose is. I'm trying to find purpose. I'm trying to of course I love my kids and they give me a reason to enjoy life. I love my wife and she gives me a reason to enjoy life. But when I look at myself, Drew, in the mirror, I don't feel like I matter.
So what would you have to do to matter? That's the question.
I don't know.
He needs to do something for himself, a hobby.
But
I don't have time. I can't. She said do something for myself, which I agree. A hobby, which I'm doing right now.
Or travel.
This is a hobby. I don't really give a shit about traveling, honestly.
Yeah. Traveling doesn't do anything in the long run.
Go fucking see Ryan in Hawaii.
Well, we're working on that, but
And a trip by yourself.
But no, I don't know. I don't need to travel to find self-value or anything. I don't know. I don't know.
Could you maybe? Because to me, and this is just me.
It sounds like you have a lot of angst towards me.
No, I'm just saying,
people can only listen to that cynical shit for so long, Drew.
well, I'm just saying,
I'm not always. I'm positive times.
You know yourself as like a dad. And
A
you
dad?
know yourself as a husband.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Drew is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that's
Because okay.
I would
right.
I would argue that obviously you have you wanted to be on the radio, you got on the radio, that didn't work out the way you wanted it to right away or whatever. Over time. I shouldn't say right away. It wasn't like you quit right away. But podcasting maybe fit you a little bit better. Obviously do you have something that you want to share with people on a large scale? Do you think
Yeah, maybe.
Your love of music, maybe you want to get that information out to people or something. I mean, it's because the idea to have, to have meaning on a large scale. None of us, unless you're like in this day and age, it's difficult to change the world one person.
Oh, for sure.
But
I'm not trying to change the world.
But in terms of your world, I think you do have a lot. You have a lot of value to the people around you, and even people you don't know. People that are listening to this right now, they're getting something out of it.
People are probably gonna think I'm on the edge of just offing myself. I'm not.
I think everybody's on the edge of doing something drastic. Maybe not that, but just dropping everything and whatever, But it's we're all questioning our existence because the world is falling. It's falling fast. It's spiraling, and this is something that
This is not where I thought this was gonna go.
Do you want to change the direction?
I don't care. You can continue.
Well, no. Let's get back. Let's get back. I was just gonna say, if you can draw it back in and say, instead of finding my meaning, redefine what you think that meaning is.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, I had to come to terms with the fact that as much as you care about things and whatever, like, yes, your caring about them doesn't change them.
Right.
So maybe just come accept the fact that you can only change you, and you can only change the things that you are in your direct area, so you don't have to worry about the rest so much.
There you go. Another thing for the list of 2019, the most important one to me.
Sorry, listeners, for going down that rabbit hole.
It's okay.
It's just trying to help Drew with his resolution.
I want to buy a house.
All right, I'll just stop talking.
No.
Your house.
You
said. Oh, I thought you said that's my house.
I want to buy a house.
Buy a house.
Buy a house. Sierra played a very cruel joke to me on Christmas.
I thought you said you got that taken care of.
I got Spider-Man.
No. I thought you said that you were buying a house.
Eventually. No, so this is what happened. I was talking about it, well, I don't know, a couple of weeks before Christmas, and she said, just stop talking about it. And said something about, like, along the lines of, you're going to ruin a surprise. So that made me think, okay, so, like, eventually it made me think, like, she's going to say something about, like, getting a house. And then on Christmas, like, I go, so what was the surprise? And she's like, oh, it was just the game I got you. And I was like, oh, so
it's
you
not a
just
joke.
So you just said that to me when I was talking about a house to make me shut up about the house. And I was really mad. And then I took a shower, and then I came out, and she said, I'm just kidding. We can start that in March. And I was like, oh.
Spider-Man.
No, the house hunting stuff.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And nervous. Very nervous. Are you excited about it? Oh. Okay.
I'm excited for you.
Oh, it's never been for me. I don't think.
I'm excited for you.
This
Me
episode
personally,
sucks.
I never really thought that. You know, I've been in the boat where it's like you see the people around you getting getting houses, and moving quote unquote forward in life. And maybe it's because I'm alone and don't have a family or whatever, so the house is just not on my radar. It's like that just seems like it's something to tie me to a place. But you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. The house doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to you. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're going to get that going.
Well, I mean, I'm limited to what I can do here as far as, like, decorating and having pets or something like that, you know.
It'll be nice to not have neighbors in the same building as you.
Agreed.
I mean, I think we know very well how you feel about that. Some of my neighbors are moving out, and they're the cool ones. So
I remember when we lived in the place before, the apartment we had before this, we had, like, a really creepy lady across the hall, but she for the most part kept to herself. She just said hi when she saw us, and then the people next to us was a couple with two kids, and they argued a lot. And then on the 4th of July, the dude was really drunk, and he was, like, blasting, like, an old, like, Collective Soul song. And
right on, brother.
It was really loud, and the lady across the hall went to them, knocked on it, and was like, yo, that's loud. And he's like, I don't need you going to the landlord and saying it's the 4th of July. I'm like, oh, you're not even playing an American song.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about you never want those neighbors. I know my dad, he would have put on some Kid Rock and blasted it up to 10 and said, call the landlord. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Terror Bear.
I mean, he would. That's like his, like, form of revenge to neighbors. Seriously, is like, I'm gonna put on some Kid Rock or something in that vein, like,
yeah.
and I'm gonna aim the speakers at their house, and they thought they didn't like me before. And it's like they might like
Jerry.
Kid Rock. You don't know that, or
Maybe they're just doing that because their kids next door and their mom doesn't allow them to listen to Kid Rock, but they know if they blast some
right.
music, the dude next door is gonna put on American Badass.
Well, it would be anything. Like it could be anything. Like
What does that look for?
there was one time on 9th Street where the neighbors they put those things.
I said something I shouldn't have said at the 9th Street house one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you after this.
Well, you know how there's that little patch of grass between the two driveways?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're talking about the other house, yeah.
Yeah, and we used to we would pull in and out around the car. If somebody parked behind us, we could pull out of their driveway. So they put a bunch of like tire irons or something, like they just stuck them in the ground so that we couldn't do that. And
okay.
Like something like that my dad would be like, I'm gonna blast, they're gonna hate me, I'm gonna play Kid Rock. Yeah, at 10 o'clock at night or something.
I one time was staying over one time, and I woke up to these people screaming in your neighbor's driveway, which was right next to it, to your driveway, and a dude.
Is this a hitting thing?
What, hitting thing? Yeah, dude was just punching the shit out of some other dude. Like had him.
This is another dude. Okay.
Pinned to the roof of a car, and boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh my god. And then I'm like, we had been drinking, and I yell out in the house. I'm like, yo, some dude's getting his ass kicked.
Then they came to our door.
I think a couple times they did come to the door for us, like, I don't know.
Well, we had to intervene once because there was probably the same dude. I don't know. But he was hitting his girlfriend through the car window.
Oh, that's messed up.
And she pulled out, she reversed and got out of there. But we had to go out there and be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. But anyways, so one time I go there because the other neighbor was in a house that your mom grew up in.
Yeah, and he was just so everybody knows, he's like a Flanders-esque.
Right. They were unusual.
Yeah.
And I go to the back one time. You guys had like a fire or whatever, and there's some like dude there that I've never seen before. Where he's talking to Trevor, so I thought, oh, this is one of Trevor's buddies. And then they said something, and the mom in the house next door was like looking at us like really weird
over the fence.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm like, I said it like quietly but loud enough for people to hear. I'm like, Trevor, your weird ass neighbor is staring at us. Turns out that was the kid's mom. And I was like, ooh.
It's that, that kind of stuff has happened with them. I really wish I could remember.
Wasn't the diploma thing?
There have been a few. There have been a few things that have happened with those neighbors specifically, where something was said and it was like, oops. Yeah, they're right there, or
yeah. I'm pretty good at that, at saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, not even knowing it.
Yeah.
That happens. One time.
Like when you are on the other line when somebody's breaking up with somebody. And
did I tell that story on here?
Yes, you did. I guess that wasn't you saying the wrong thing, but you definitely it was wrong nonetheless. One
time in high school, me and my friend Adam were walking down the hallway, and there was this girl that we knew just started talking to us, and she was really short, and Adam said it. I'm pretty sure it was Adam. He's like, what the hell is a midget talking to us for? Just as a joke because she's short.
Yep.
And 3 feet away was a little person.
A little person, yes. You don't have to be so hesitant about it. There's no little people in this room.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is uncomfortable. And then one time, again, same person talking to Adam again in the hallway. We were talking about somebody. We were talking about how you distinguish these twins, because there's twins, and he's like, I can't tell them apart. And I was like, oh, this one has bad teeth.
Yep.
And of course,
and Rob was walking up right then.
No. And of course, for whatever reason, it just prompted us to look behind us, and there she was. And I was like, so.
I feel for her.
And then we just started running.
Yeah.
we just ran. We're like, it was flight or flight. Flight or flight? Fight or flight? We got the fuck out. That's the moral of the story.
I don't know if I understand that response, but I'm trying to think about it from her point of view, like, and being somebody who used to get made fun of for my teeth and my ears.
You're in your ears?
Yes, so big ears and bad teeth.
I got big ears.
They look like headphones, but that's weird. They are really big and black. That's weird.
Yeah. Someone once made fun of my teeth when I was in chorus. Again, high school.
Fucking high school.
And they're like, I don't know what we got in some argument or whatever, and he said,
"Did they bring up your flat face? Is that what it was about?"
Do I have a flat face? No, he goes, your teeth look like piano keys. And I was just like, well, my dentist says I have great teeth, you fucking dick.
Yeah, if they look like piano keys, what you mean they're straight and perfect?
There's some space. See? The black part of the space.
It's because I floss, motherfucker.
That's another thing. 2019, add it to the list. I need to floss more. I flossed today.
I'm clapping for you in my mind.
Yeah. That's a pretty easy task, though.
Yes.
The other stuff is going to take some time.
It should be an easy task, but it doesn't really.
I want to feel comfortable in a tank top by June. I want to wear a tank top.
Why can't you feel comfortable in a tank top tomorrow?
That's a good question. I can't.
Because that's not about. Are you
Someone
saying?
needs to shave my
are
back.
you saying you? That's true. You shouldn't feel comfortable until you get that back shaved. But
it's not very hairy, but there's patches. Gotta go. I also have a big skin tag on my back. Then my wife, quote, said, "I will not touch that. It's big." How do you get rid of those? Rubber bands?
Tourniquet and a knife.
Okay.
Or freeze them, I think.
Yeah, is that what you do? Freeze it?
I think it's something like that.
Okay, what were you going to say? I interrupted. I apologize.
Well, I was just going to say...
Add it to the list, interrupting.
Is the tank top thing because, like, you want to look a certain way?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just a mental thing. Like, you could be comfortable... Maybe being comfortable in your own skin.
And I don't like some of my tattoos. I want them covered up.
Is a better goal to feel comfortable in your own skin. And way to not interrupt. I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Failing on that one.
Okay, so let's run through the list here. House.
Check.
Like myself. Wear a tank top. Remove skin tag.
Maybe put remove skin tag before like myself.
Floss. My teeth, not the dance.
Can you show me the floss dance someday?
My kids can.
Awesome.
And then whatever we talked about before, I don't remember. So now we need to make some podcast resolutions.
Okay.
We need to.
I would like to release my podcast.
Release your podcast. That's a good one to have. Get on that, and I need to do an episode of your podcast with you.
I think I'd rather. No one wants to hear my podcast, so
okay.
I think I think that I'd rather do the movie podcast because I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I like that idea too.
But the other podcast is like, who wants to listen to two random people talk about life?
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Well, we're drinking beer too.
Oh my god! You're almost finished it.
I am almost
surprised.
I didn't slam mine because I knew that we had time to fill here.
Yeah, okay. So you want to do your own podcast, which I think you should do. You got the stuff. You got the goods. I would like MeUndies to sponsor this podcast.
I would love MeUndies to sponsor,
which is next to impossible.
Podcast.
It won't happen. I can tell you that right now. It won't happen because you need like 20,000 downloads a month.
I wanted to
nowhere near.
Did I talk to you about the guy from Tamarack?
Yep.
James Gordon. Do you want me to try and set that up?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll talk to him.
We'll try and get Canadian activist and Tamarack singer-songwriter James Gordon on here, which would be amazing.
I would do. Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Anybody listening should check out Tamarack. They're a great folk band.
I would like to, for the podcast, I would like to talk to more like people, like creative people that have cool shit going on. You know what I mean?
I've given you plenty of ideas on how to expand your listenership, and I don't think you've taken any of them.
Run through those again.
I'm an idea man. They come to me in the moment.
I have a really bad memory.
One of them definitely had to do with the Hops Fest. Going to the Hops Fest here.
When is that?
There's a Hops Fest. It's a hop farm here in Fond du Lac, outside Fond du Lac.
Yeah.
That every year they do a huge, like there's a ping pong tournament, and there's like a couple other tournaments, but basically they just they do a beer making like a
school class lesson, home brewing. I don't know.
I can't think of the word.
Tasting.
It's where you teach. You just show a demonstration.
Oh, okay.
So they do like a beer making demonstration, and they walk you through and just show you what they do to grow hops, and then it's just a really fun day. They have a live music and stuff like that. And I was like,
I like that idea.
There's plenty of those throughout the state, but I just know the owners of that one. Also,
well, there's Brewfest that's coming up next month. But
Brewfest, you should definitely.
but
I think your New Year's resolution.
But they charge me $250 for a booth, even though I know the owner.
Well, I think
I do work for him.
I think you should make one of your New Year's resolutions. Get a field recorder.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because then you wouldn't need a booth. You just go and talk to people.
Do it.
Yeah. Do a guerrilla GUE, not GO. Gorilla.
Okay.
I mean, you could do a GUE-GO style, like Gorilla. We are just apes.
Correct.
But also...
More related to chimpanzees than gorillas.
Bonobos, yeah. You're right. But the other thing, one of the other ideas that I had told you about was to go to work with a couple bars. Mm-hmm. Give them your koozies, and then at like...
gone.
Well... Okay. Either way, like
I want to get some merch. That's the thing I want to add.
So,
stickers.
Interrupting Drew.
Shirts.
You're waiting for me to talk, aren't you? Yeah, I saw you going. Yeah. But have them advertise your podcast. You advertise their bar. Find some local sponsors.
Yeah, but I don't know how many people in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, listen to this. To be honest,
that's because you haven't tried.
Okay, you're right.
You need to work outward, man. Outward. Just like improving yourself, you improve, or improving the world. You work on yourself, and then that works out.
Okay.
So you work locally.
Okay.
What if you could get 100 listeners in Fond du Lac? Then then it branches out.
That's true.
You need those people to call their relatives and their friends in other towns and go, hey, there's a great podcast. If you like beer. Microbrews and whatnot, and you like casual conversation, then it's fun to listen to.
If you like to feel like you're listening in, eavesdropping on a conversation, listen to this thing.
Yeah. I'm honest with the listeners. I go to therapy. I've wet my bed. I pooped the bed. I'll tell you guys that. I don't care.
And then I talked... Was it you that I think it was the last episode Sierra was on. I talked about how I pissed the bed. I did it again recently, but I woke up before it was...
Were you peeing in your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely peed in a dream and woke up and been like, oh, shit, but it was good.
Yeah, it must have just begun because it wasn't catastrophic.
That's how it normally works.
But yeah, dude, I was peeing and it was really weird in my dream. It was like one of those like dark parts of a movie where it's like all black and there's one person, you know what I mean, and there's like a light on them, and I was just me peeing in a toilet. And
well, see, it's good to know that Adam, because Adam came up. Adam is one of the worst people when he would get drunk. He will
everywhere.
He will walk to wherever. He'll walk the path to the bathroom in his place or wherever he lives. Which in our apartment or in my house, my parents' house back when I lived there, my room, my dirty pile, where I put my dirty clothes hamper, that was the path to his toilet would take him to my dirty clothes hamper. And on at least 3 occasions, I had to try and wake him up before he would piss in my clothes.
Yeah, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, it's like
And I think it was at Trevor's graduation party, which was a catastrophe. Anyways, because that was the night that I got socked in the face. I don't know if you remember that.
How is that a catastrophe? Not because you got socked in the face, I hope.
I got punched in the face. My glasses broke for no reason. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Still, but I always I've asked people to punch me in the face. I just want to know what I can take.
I was really intoxicated. My nose was bleeding.
Yeah, but you took it, right?
I remember hearing "you fucker," and then I was on the ground.
Still.
And my lens was out of my glasses. And it was all.
That's my. You know what?
Mistaken identity.
New resolution. Get punched in the face this year.
Okay. Get punched in the face. Add it to the list.
It's on the list.
But Adam.
That's a check-off goal. I can get checked off.
That same night, Adam was sleeping in a tent. He just gets up and just starts peeing.
Peeing on you?
In the tent. No, I slept inside. I got special luxury because I got socked in the face.
Nice.
I got to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one. That's the thing is like, does it count as peeing yourself if you get up to pee?
No,
I don't think it does either. Because there was one time when I was camping with my first girlfriend.
Your first girlfriend, and you were camping with her?
Yeah, we went camping.
Okay.
Out at Red Granite. And they ran out. I didn't drink the first night. The second night, she like begged me to drink because I didn't drink often back then even.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, I'll drink. And I had 1 beer, and then all of a sudden the beer was gone. So I started chasing Kessler with tequila.
You.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's all they had. I blacked out. One of the few times I've blacked out
I've
in my
never
life.
done that.
Now, it wasn't a blackout where I blacked out all the way. It was like, I remember going, I have to go to the bathroom, or I have to take a piss, walking out into the woods to take a piss. Now, either I was too drunk to actually take my shit out of my pants, or
You just stood there and peed?
I feel like I'm pretty sure what happened is I started, I took my, I don't know what the phallus out and started peeing, and then I pulled up my pants or whatever because I pee with my pants at my ankles. Now, some people have told me you're not supposed to do it that way, but from kindergarten on, that's what I remember being told how to do. So I zipped up too quickly or whatever, and I ended up coming out and I had pee on my pants.
That happened to me at a Packer game with Josh. I might have told it, but one time I really had to pee, and the line was so long.
Oh, it's so bad.
And I was like, screw it. I'm just
gonna pee myself.
No, this was in the parking lot. The porta potty line was really, really long, and I was like, well, I got this tall boy can that's empty. I'll just pee in that.
That's one of the luxuries of being a guy.
Right. And I did, and it overfilled, and it got on my pants.
Oh.
And then Josh is just like, bro, you pissed your pants. I was like, no, I spilled pee on my pants.
That was the argument that I had. No, I did not piss my pants. I pissed on my pants. There is a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So I came out and I had piss on my pants, and it was and I remember coming out and I remember being like, oh, what's everybody like? What's the deal? Everybody's laughing at me or whatever. And I was so drunk, came and went. But either way, so I mean, was it you or was it Adam that came into my room on 9th Street? And I'm not a drug user anymore, but I used to use drugs now and again. And the first time I ever did Xanax, I pooped the bed. I woke up and had pooped the bed.
I don't think that was
It wasn't
me.
messy. It wasn't messy. It wasn't whatever. It was just
It's like that episode of It's Always Sunny where they don't know if it's Frank or Frank or Charlie.
It sounds bad when you go, I shit the bed, but it was contained. It was just a little, like, I went to fart in my sleep and there was a poop there. And I'm not going to hide this from the listeners, because if you want to come for the real nitty gritty of casual conversation, this is where you come. You tell your friends.
This is where the real shit happens.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Literally.
One ticket item that I want to talk about before we wrap this up. Should we change the name? Should I change the name? I feel like when I go to talk to, like, when I reach out to people and go, hey, I have this podcast called Dudes with Brews on a Porch, I feel like that deters them from, I feel like I don't want to sound like I'm a bro, like some frat dude, like, yeah, man, yeah, we pound brews, give me an IPA, brother, even though I do like IPAs, but you know what I mean?
The on the porch part maybe could go, but I don't see why you would.
You don't really, I mean,
because everybody just says Dudes with Brews.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody listens to this podcast.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You think? Well, we'll think about it.
What are you thinking for a name then?
I have no idea. I like the name, but
I like the name too. It rolls off the tongue. It's. Do
you like the name, Sierra? Okay.
You could call it Dudes with Brews on a Porch. And then
I don't think it can be any longer.
Okay, so get rid of on a porch. But what's that? What's it called? The little bubble thing.
Parentheses.
Is it a? No, it's not.
No, like the bracket.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Dudes with Brews # not bros.
Well, I'll just keep it the way it is. Well, all right.
No, well, you could ask your listeners. What do you guys think? Send in. You gotta. Send in a thing. I shouldn't be always saying, let's go to the listeners. I'm just a guest here. You're
not really a guest. You're pretty much the guest host.
Well, I plow my way on. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I guilt Drew into letting me on. Every time I'm on, I call him and I go, so, it's been a while since, it's been almost a week since you let me on the podcast. What, do you not like me anymore?
Yeah, that's how that goes. And
the viewers hate me. I'm going to kill myself if you don't let me on the podcast this weekend.
That's intense.
That's what I do. It works every time.
That's not what you do. But anyways, we drank the Dunkin Porter. Harpoon Brewery. We didn't say where it's from. I believe it's from Massachusetts, if I am correct. Boston, Massachusetts. That's where Dunkin started.
Yeah.
That's where Dunkin started. So Harpoon Brewery. Do we drink it or dump it? Now, I finished it. It was good. Like it tasted like a porter. I didn't get the coffee taste out of it though. There was not much coffee in there.
Yeah, it was just a porter. I mean, I don't think if you're going for,
if you're gonna do a limited release, I interrupted you. I acknowledge it and I apologize
constantly. Are you just reading off the TV? I'm sorry.
That's a good show, by the way. I'm sorry on True TV. It's really funny.
Yeah, I just caught Drew reading his apology. Bless you.
If you're gonna do a limited
crazy
release,
sneeze.
If you're gonna do a limited release, make it good.
Yeah,
make it different.
Yeah, if you want to drink a porter, I don't think you have to go with this one.
No, I would agree.
I mean, if it's there and you like porters, drink it, but it's not anything special. I don't think.
Not at all. No, very.
But I drank it. I mean, I like these. I like that type of beer. I like dark beers. I like. I don't really like beer, but if I'm gonna drink beer, that's what I like. And it went down good. It was drinkable.
Add this to the list for 2019. If you're gonna be on the show, we need to have some IPAs.
Yeah, I'll drink whatever, man. I always try and drink whatever.
You need to finish them.
Okay.
You have to finish it every time.
Every time?
Yes.
Then how am I supposed to say it's drink it or dump it?
You don't know until the last sip. I'm investing money in beer. I will not have my money go to waste.
Fine. If you want to torture your guests like
it's
that.
like waterboarding, but with beer.
I've been drinking them more. Like I think I've actually been getting pretty good at drinking beer lately.
That could be a bad thing.
I actually had a beer outside of the podcast the other day.
With me?
No, I had another one later that night.
Did you?
Yeah, it was Two Women.
Two Women
by New Glarus.
New Glarus. I do like Two Women. Only time I'll ever have two women. Heyo.
I think you could probably get yourself two women. She looked like she was not enthused that you said I'll never have two women.
That's something you want to give a shot? No. Okay.
Not even with Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz.
She's old as fuck.
Wow.
But she gets hotter with age. She's like a fine scotch. I want her when she's 85.
All right, so we say drink it. If it happens to be there, don't pursue it. In my honest,
if you want a special,
humble opinion.
if you want a special beer, buy something else. But I mean,
hopefully this episode wasn't too bad.
If you need to get a stamp for your hop passport, then get it. Because hop passports, it's a great way to travel the world while traveling the state in terms of the types of ales that you consume.
For sure.
If you want an adventurous, fun, taste-tastic time and save money, remember to use the code
Dudes with Brews. Robert,
for your hop passport.
thank you for joining the program once again. We're going to leave our listeners with a song.
Awesome. Again?
Yeah.
Who's this one this time?
It's from a band called Devin K and the Solutions. They're from Chicago.
Devin K and the Solutions?
Yep. Devin K is also in the band Direct Hit, which is they're based out of Milwaukee.
Hey, Sunday Sunglasses' new album is dropping. You can edit that out, but they got that finished now. So
Finally.
You should put one of their songs on sometime.
I'll talk to Mike.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks, dog.
Later.